wait until we can shift venue a little bit.
Yeah.
My new apartment's gonna be great.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit from Olivia.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My new apartment's gonna be good.
I feel like we're one soundproof studio shy of having this fully professional.
Yeah. It's not gonna be a soundproof
You guys
studio,
tried
but it's
very
gonna be
hard.
pretty good.
I'm very impressed at your hard work for reasons I don't fathom.
I don't fathom them either. I just know that I want to do it, so
Well, I think you do. I think you're in denial.
We won't have. I'll have a studio, my own office that I'll be working out of anyway, but it won't have maybe as much space for everybody in it.
It'll be more or less semi-dedicated.
Semi-dedicated.
We'll have a full dining table set up.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more soundproof than here, and it's a lot smaller of a space. So it's not going to lose the sound as much. Hopefully better acoustics.
Yeah, if it's a little bit
and more
enclosed.
privacy and not as much background noise.
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right, let's roll for the recap. What unlucky sod is going to have to explain it?
Perfectly balanced D6?
Yeah, we could use that.
Nope, too late. He already rolled.
Oh well. DM Dice has spoken.
Well, Josh.
You guys ready for a really poorly done?
The dice have spoken.
Whatever happened to your note taking?
I'm sure someone else will.
It ended after the session he tried it.
No, the note taking was a quirk of Bran because that was his manifestation of cartography skills that I never got to use.
Okay then.
You didn't draw maps.
I will summarize. You would draw maps for us, so we never needed it.
Okay, fine. I'll never draw maps again.
You're not playing with Brad anymore.
We'll deal with it.
So the best way I could summarize it is by the things that I collected since the last session. According to this paper, we have foul eye juice in a jar. We have knife hands times 6.
I remember that.
We have a heart thingy. We have gross goth giblets.
I think it's
giblets. Gouth giblets?
Yeah, it's a
know.
goth, but it's Gauth.
Gouth giblets.
They're like mini beholders. Yeah.
Alright.
I also have a strange orcish rune sword? That doesn't make sense.
No, that's
Yeah.
right.
No, that's what you have.
Really?
Yep. I remember that. We went to an armory, or you guys went to an armory, and it was is there any sword that has a magical...
Oh, that's right. There was a room that had magical swords. Okay, so we fought a couple things. There was one thing that almost killed somebody, and I shot it.
He killed it, by the way.
Yeah, it was
One hit kill.
Murdered it dead.
almost killed Worf.
The cat got her thumb ripped off.
Yeah, poor Artie. He
Artie
looks
lost
Was
his
it thumb? I thought it was
It
pinky.
was a pinky, yeah. He lost his pinky.
Artie lost his pinky.
Do cats have thumbs?
He's totally
Yes.
gonna make himself a mechanical
They're not
pinky.
opposable, but they have
Double
them.
as a tool
I
thing.
just had this image of a cat with a puzzle thumbs ah! That sound effect from SpongeBob or whatever gets ultra realistic for that moment where it's that gasp sound. The cat with thumbs.
Oh no.
Okay, anyway.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so that's my recap. We made it out safely.
We did.
And we all got 1,000,000 gold pieces. Where was I for this? I'm level 18 now.
Well, I wasn't there for the 1,000,000 gold either, so.
Did we level up?
And Dave has retired
Yeah,
to
you
a
will
land
level
of-
up.
You will or we did?
Well, you're leveling up
Dave's
now.
retired
for
to an
that.
endless
What level were
labyrinth
you?
of
4?
That was at 4.
Yeah, so now your characters would be level 5.
Ugh, I gotta go through all that fun stuff. I already went into madness.
It's not going to probably be useful today. We're going to just be resolving story plots and then talking about what we're going to do. And then maybe getting started on that if we have to.
Okay.
I get an extra attack.
So, anybody else have anything that was missed that they want to fill in with?
Artie left us. We went on an electric puzzle grid.
I remember that.
There is an observatory relic that I took.
Mm-hmm. It was extremely valuable.
Let's see. Walked into idol. Dave took the eyes off the idol.
That's where the eye juice came from.
That's right.
We tried to open a door. We find an aberration. Killed him easily.
That was the big
And
shot. It may not have been so easy if not for that one shot.
pry open door. Artie is crazy.
Yeah.
There are wavy doors. Many doors. There are many doors.
Wavy doors.
I was just trying to piece this together.
He's never
Like, I
good at
don't
reading
remember any
comic.
wavy doors.
Many doors.
He's not fluent in Dwarvish or
doors.
whatever.
It was basically a dungeon that was kind of randomly generated, and eventually the DM was dropping hints that there might never, like, the rooms will just keep on going forever and ever, technically. You might find an exit, you might not, and eventually we were like, alright, well, we really pushed on for a long time, going into some strange and interesting rooms, trying to get some good stuff for Tikiti. And eventually we were like, okay, we're good. We've got what we want, and we're not dead yet, so we're gonna beat a retreat.
Indeed. And so you made a hasty retreat with
How
your...
did we get out again?
You went through this sort of crazy middle ventilation shaft.
That's right.
Oh,
there
yeah.
was a vents shaft
Dave got us out.
Dave was looking for escape vents.
Yeah. Totally for everyone, not just for Dave.
Yes, of course.
Fortunately, the tall one wasn't there, so all the small ones could fit through. and we
Right.
ditched you.
This is true. It would have been very rough for Signorin.
Without Senor there, I think our tallest person is Ben's
Me.
character.
Yeah,
Yes.
the dwarf. The dwarf being the tallest is probably his favorite thing that has ever happened.
Yeah.
I love the image of just a bunch of midgets and then the one tall person running around and doing absurd things.
It's good.
And then finally, all the copies of us that you brought in
By
kept
accident.
disappearing whenever we turned around.
Right.
What happened to our alternate dimension versions? James like, what alternate dimension versions? And it is a mystery to this day.
Well, you know,
But we all got out alive.
At least alternate Signorin doesn't try to kill this Signorin.
I actually don't know if that ever happened or not. You and that Signorin were the first to leave on your own intentions of, like, fixing whatever you messed up.
So me and other Signorin. Okay.
Now you're back. So hopefully that solved something.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh, goodness.
Point is, I wasn't gonna run, like, 5 NPCs.
Because
Yeah, I was just like, no. Not having it.
just a bunch of pallid.
Well, 5 NPCs and a missing player is just like, no, it's time. It's time to be DM.
It's time to clear out this mess. To do some weeding.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so you guys made it out of that all alive and escaped the swamp of doom.
Right.
You guys had quite the fun adventure, I'm sure.
No, sorry.
So
I was just
We
coughing.
lost some bits and pieces of ourselves on the way.
Yeah.
But we got
it's
out
not an
alive.
adventure till you're missing a finger, you know.
Can Artie totally make himself a mechanical pinky that kind of acts as a Swiss Army knife of tools, so you can put like an
You
LED
can try.
in
I
things?
cannot guarantee your success.
Just turns into like
Okay, just like imagine as he's working on things and he's got this pinky that can like rotate. You get like a screwdriver and an LED light and like these little other tools that you can
Can
like
Dave
work on.
assemble some sort of really bizarre Frankenstein from all the things in the jars and then unleash it on me?
Anna, you're going through Xanathar's guide, right?
No, I've got the stronghold.
Oh, okay.
Also, imagine if Artie messed up and
I just...
just turns it into like a blended pinky. Like,
That would be...
Wunder pinky to blend other pinkies.
In order to do that, you would need a special... Yeah.
also imagine if you messed up, you'd be like, hey guys, look what I can do.
look, I've taped all my fingers.
Oh no, I
together.
have one less pinky.
Yeah, that would be crafting probably a magic item of sorts, because it's Cthulhu tech, so...
Right.
You mess up and you just put all your all your fingers just in the sequence.
You would probably be using smith's tools and tinker tools and stuff for that.
I've got Tinker's tools.
Yeah.
I have Smith's tools.
That could do it. That could, that could do it. But it would have to be, so it would be a downtime behavior. So we're going to do some downtime behaviors
Artie's
because...
got a lot of downtime behavior he wants to do.
Alright.
Alright, well, I'm glad I have this book for that then. Because that's what this book has that's the most useful. Alright. The great downtime of 2020 has begun. So,
So
you
we're
guys
left-
have all returned to your sort of camp, little fortress, if you will. And you have managed to provide the relics to Tikiti.
Yay!
And, well, she's very pleased. She has no idea exactly the details, but she's very much like, this will probably be it.
So,
Probably.
The relics that we got, we hand them over or something like.
Yes, the relics, well, she's sort of your patron.
Yeah, but like
You know, so,
specifically-
like, yeah. You'll hand over the big relics, the big
Okay.
fancy ones you got, the two ones, the one that Artie picked up,
Yeah, he lost a
and
pinky
the one
over.
that the dwarf whose
It's
name
like
is
the name is Thorn. Thorn.
Thorn and
War.
War.
Thorn Wharf picked up
Yeah.
that, and those are both kind of useful, but not necessarily things you'd want to like. They're not like legendary weapons, at least not really. But yeah, so you can return if you do give one of those to Tikiti, then you will gain 1 honor, which is very important, and you'll also gain a favor from Tikiti,
Ooh.
which is very important because she's very powerful.
Can she help me with my pinky?
She probably could.
I'm gonna get my favor for that.
Does she want my 3 creepy masks? I don't know if they do anything. I also have rubies that were once crescent eyes. There's still some ichor on them, and they're not fun to hold.
I don't know. Give me a roll for mask salesmanship.
Mask salesmanship.
Well, that would
Yeah.
be 7 plus my charisma score. 10?
Okay. They don't seem to be high enough relics. They're cool, but they're not really something that Tikiti thinks she could use. And so she's like, you can keep those.
I put the mask of all teeth back onto my face.
Congrats.
I'm gonna shove the foul eye juice in a jar as close to her face as possible.
Alright.
Is this what
You want
This what you're looking for?
roll persuasion.
And you're like, what is it?
No, I
2,
was
3 feet
joking.
tall,
Okay,
so you're
so
just like barely.
I'm gonna lay out the masterwork fancy crossbow and this strange orcish rune sword.
Yeah, okay, those will be very useful
Oh yeah.
to her.
And
So she will provide you with the value of money for that, because basically she's the person that's managing all the money in this entire planet right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, she'd give you about like 600 gold for that.
And then what
The
about
crossbow and the sword.
Mm-hmm.
The sword was actually rather interesting. So the sword will get you a favor, because that is actually a very interesting relic.
Okay.
So yes, you get a favor from Tikiti for bringing that back. So yeah, everybody can technically have. Well, you brought the sword back, so one favor to you specifically.
Okay.
And sort of the group brought the other two. So everyone gets one. Everyone brought one favor back. Yeah, makes sense.
Now, I also have
But
half plate dark armor that I got from that strange siren being in the front. And we
Yes,
also
yes.
wrote a ceiling full of inscriptions. We like copied them down onto it.
that's true. You did.
Valuable information.
Let me roll. Well, how about you roll instead? How about you roll a what's a good transcribing things onto armor check?
Didn't we do that last time though? Yeah, I did the transcribing check because I was writing it down. So
this
we
was a
could
couple
keep
of
hold
times
it.
ago.
Okay.
Perhaps Arcana or Religion?
Well, if someone had like calligraphy or something, I would let them use that for a bonus. But since nobody has it and
History,
everyone else
maybe?
has it, let me just. Okay. So that's going to be very valuable. And what would you like? So you can ask for another boon. So you have two. You have two. You have one. Seniorin sort of showed up. So Seniorin has one for being part of the group. You also have two. So two,
I have
one,
two,
two,
which?
1, 2.
What does the masterwork like
Favors
steel
that
shield
you
do?
can ask from Tikiti.
What does the masterwork like steel shield do?
She's That's probably really valuable, but as a relic, it's mostly worth money if you turn it in. So if you want like a couple hundred gold instead of it, then you
Probably
can
end
do
up
that.
keeping it then.
Yeah,
Artie's also got those scrolls from the cabinet where he pulled the key.
that's true. You do. Do you want to turn them in?
Yes,
give
we
them?
would like to see what they are.
All right. How many scrolls? There were 4.
I think so. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. As you turn them in, they are gonna need some translation a little bit, but in a little moment, once I have my actual yes, there we go. This will require a little bit of rolling, so bear with me.
Okay.
All right, and okay, so one of them is an interesting scroll depicting a specific ritual, and this ritual would allow you to summon an earth elemental, technically, a great stone lion.
That sounds really cool. Can I learn that spell?
Can you learn rituals?
I don't know. Can I?
I'd say you can cast it as long as you have the scroll.
Okay.
But you cannot if you don't have the scroll on hand. Yeah, you can just use it as if you were using one of your psychic powers. That seems about fair.
Okay.
Remember, rituals, when you cast them as rituals, take 10 minutes, so this will never be something you can do fast. Because it must be cast as a ritual. But it would let you summon an earth elemental, which has a CR approximately about what your proficiency bonus is. So,
CR to my what now?
Proficiency bonus.
so since you leveled up, it's going to be like a CR3 creature
And
when
then,
you summon it.
okay.
I'm only a level 1 gunsmith and a level 4 rogue. So
I know, you were just so weird.
I decided that the vents were more important than the guns.
yeah, guys.
You did.
You tailor yourself to your situation.
Because vents are more important than
Oh,
guns.
thank you. I'll describe that one.
Clearly.
Clearly.
So what about the other 3 squirrels?
The other 3, one of them is incredibly boring and details star positions.
Yeah, Artie doesn't want that.
Yeah. So that one, giving that one to them is about, they're going to give you like 100 gold for that scroll. It's very valuable.
Very nice. Already likes this.
One of the scrolls was pretty damaged. They're not sure what it is yet. They're going to figure it out, and then they'll pay you when they figure it out.
Okay.
And then the third last one was just a simple scroll kind of discussing the it's a first level spell and it's random. So let me just give it a quick it's just rolling a D100 actually. That'll do it without ruining everything in the world. That will it. Anyone else have anything else that they think they could turn in for value?
A strange, rusty, twisted dagger? Probably not.
You could always try.
Now I'll add it to my collection of strange daggers.
Your curse
Excellent.
dagger still needs repairing.
And then, really quickly, with the armor that has information written down on it, I assume she wants the actual piece of armor. And not the information on it necessarily, because I don't know how well I can copy that down.
Well, she'll take the armor with the writing on it and then use that. I don't think you want to wear the armor, do you?
I was going to request 1 boon for, since we all have 1 boon, and in exchange for the armor, if I could request some cool armor. In exchange for it, I will give the whole piece to her.
Okay, well that seems fairly reasonable. Let me just hit this.
Okay.
The spell... Yes, the spell was going to be... it was sleep.
That could actually be very useful.
Yep.
Can I keep that one too?
Well, you won't get anything if you keep it, but if you you'll just have the scroll that you could use to cast it.
Would that also be ritual?
No. Sleep is just an action, but you have to have the scroll in hand. So you can't have anything else in your hand. You'll have to put that away and take the scroll out and then use it. So, if that impacts how you want to behave, then think about that.
Yeah, I think I'll take it.
Okay. You will take the sleep scroll.
Sweet.
It's an enchantment, and it lasts up to a minute. Has 90 feet of range. Verbal somatic material, And, just takes an action. And you can only cast that once per rest as well, because you don't have the physical
Long or
spell
short?
slots. Just short. Just per rest. Any rest.
Okay.
And there we go. Is that everyone's treasure they wanted to turn in?
Yes.
Yep.
Was hoping to grab nifty armor in exchange.
Sure, yes.
And I will erase the
What
dark
kind
armor.
of armor would you like?
The armor I gave in was half plate dark armor, so probably something half plate, maybe with some nifty properties.
Yes, let's see. What does Tikiti have that she could provide?
It's half plate fire armor. Ah, I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
Well, alright. Let's see, water noises. Let's get some more appropriate music.
May I borrow the player's handbook really quickly?
Yeah.
I
Which
I'm done leveling up, so we're good.
Yeah, I got.
I don't know
Also-
if this would be a valid thing to do in this downtime,
Yeah,
but would I be able to research a spell with my tower?
you would. You can totally research a spell.
Okay, so I'm going to be doing that.
Excellent. Let's see.
Okay, good. I can take half plate. It is medium, so I'm ready. I can do that. Good.
Half plates, let's see. Is there anything you'd like it to be special in any way, since the thing you provided was quite well, and this is your boon? So you can ask for maybe some improvements.
I guess I would ask that it not have a disadvantage to my stealth rolls. That would be one request.
Okay, alright.
And let's see. Perhaps I could neutralize something.
Neutralize fire. Then you can walk through.
Maybe.
You could ask for fire resistance on it.
That would be very useful.
Maybe.
You know, not pure immunity, but resistance. Cut all damage by half.
Can I have it resist any charms? Like attempts to psychically influence me?
Let me see.
I don't know if armor can do that.
Yeah, you could have that.
Okay, so
You could absolutely have that from a boon. There is an item that isn't uncommon that has that, so yes, you can have that.
it's kind of like whatever the item is like welded in. There we go.
Kind of, yeah.
In order to use resistance, would I throw a charisma save throw? Or something like that?
No, when you resist, it just means it just means you get advantage against being charmed.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, any saving throw against being charmed, now you have advantage when you wear your armor. So write that down near your armor.
Got it. Alright, that's everything for me.
Excellent. Alright. Anybody else doing anything interesting? Anybody else have any goals?
Well, I've got that mechanical pinky thing, but I don't know if we've.
Yes, you can request it. They can make a pinky that will work like a normal finger, or they can make a vague approximation that can do something else and be just there and look like a normal pinky-ish.
Yes. That is, can it not quite fully Swiss Army it so it can do multiple things, like an LED light and have like Tinker's or artisan tools in there too?
You could put Tinker's tools in it, and that would be it.
Okay.
because there are multiple Tinker's tools. Like it's, so you could put those in. You could put like, there's a lot of things you could put in. What do you want to put in? But putting multiple stuff in would be very difficult. Especially since you want to keep programming to a minimum in this universe. Otherwise, when you go through hyperspace, your finger might literally become homicidal.
Oh dear. It just like pops off and starts threatening everybody.
Yeah, it might literally be like the evil hand trope.
Just this tiny little finger running around.
Control it!
Yeah, so in an attempt to avoid that in the past, he's like, how about no? Just keep it
I'm
mechanically
just picturing
sound.
like a mechanical cat finger. I mean, how big is that gonna be? Like it's
Just a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
tiny thing.
Yeah. What? Because there's a lot of different tool sets. What would be the most narrowed down to mechanical engineering?
I'm just
type
imagining
tools?
the poisonous
Tinker
tools,
tools?
and
It depends. What do you want to do?
Have like a drink and it just drips in.
Like,
Don't
if
get
you're
already
building,
poisoned,
maybe it's
no.
a tinker tool set.
Yeah, because this pretty much he just works with gears.
Yeah, just put your Tinker tools in your pinky and just never have to worry about them again or something.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a 4 on Arcana, so maybe he could work with maybe enchanting things. Would that be
Sure,
in a
yeah.
tool set?
Like
It's
a
a tiny
wand,
little
a wand
laser
pinky.
beam.
Yeah. Whoops.
You could have a, enchanting is difficult, to say the least. I think what you're considering would probably count more as alchemist supplies or something.
That wouldn't really be something you could stick in a mechanical pinky, would it?
You could.
Supplies
degree.
for it, yeah.
To a degree.
It depends, like, so all the tools depend on what they're used for. So for enchanting, you have to have the tools for the thing you're enchanting. You know what I mean? If you wanted to enchant leather, you'd need leather workers' tools. If you want to enchant a shoe, you'd need cobbler's tools. You know, in order to really get that to work. So, but I guess the goal is, what do you want to enchant?
Just whatever he's working on. So let's
Which
just
is
stick
gears.
with let's just stick with Tinker's tools. We'll throw those in the pinky.
Fair enough. Interesting, okay. Yeah. So those are in the pinky. Please write that down, because I cannot be expected to remember everything.
Sweet.
Alright. Anybody else have anything cool they want to do?
Okay, so I made a spell.
Excellent. What'd you make?
I don't know what it's named yet, but it's Thorn's something invisibility. It's invisibility, except with the added thing that it's called topologically ambiguous. For 10 minutes, the target has a third chance at the start of each of its turns to teleport 10 feet as a bonus action. These odds are cumulative, so a third chance on the first turn, 2/3 chance on the second, and 100% on the third.
Yeah, so you're going to teleport at least by the third turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can choose to not teleport, but then the odds would reset still.
Got it. And how long does that last?
10 minutes.
Whew. Very nice. So,
And I don't have a name for it.
Thorns, Thorns...
Thorin's. Maybe teleportation.
More teleportation.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I was thinking sneaky invisibility.
Okay.
Sporadic stealth.
Sporadic stuff.
There you go.
Thorin Snorin.
Because you're invisible the whole time, but you also teleport.
Well, so you're
You
invisible,
now you see
and then
me, now
you
you
random
don't.
chances to teleport,
Now you see Thorin.
and it
now
lasts
you
for a
don't.
while.
It's called I Want to Teleport Too.
Yeah.
The spell.
Let me try that.
Yeah.
For my favors, can I ask that we...
Yes.
Can I ask that I have permission to form a formal military corps with Dave?
With Dave?
Like Dave and his gunner buddies?
You can request that. Yes. Yes, you can have them
I
as
wanna
allies
develop-
and have like a full.
I want to develop a small branch of the military that's dedicated to sneaking around and shooting things.
All right, you can do that.
Okay.
I
I call the
Crazy
tunnel
roughneck.
snakes.
yeah. Well, you are kind of a.
Call it the Vent Brigade.
Vent brigade. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you've been given the
The go ahead.
You've been given command and sort of the idea for this.
Okay.
It's kind of a simple system. It works. Yes, so that group will. They're gonna have rules now, but it'll be good.
Sure.
Yeah, Tikiti's
I'll
excited.
use my downtime.
Think
to
it'll work
train
well.
him. Yeah.
Okay. Did you use your other favor?
That's that's a pretty big favor. I'll call it both favors.
No, she's up for giving you another.
Well, one favor would be establishing, like having the authority. The other favor would be, can I have all these people that?
No, like you can. Like, what else are they gonna do? You guys have the ship. She's fine with that. That's totally a favor she's willing to give for one.
I want one room that is dedicated to my laboratory. It has to be called the laboratory.
Absolutely. You can have a room.
Thank you.
You can add it to your vent stronghold tunnel thing.
Okay.
And that room will be, laboratory. So in the
Where I will do questionable
Strongholds and
things.
Followers has like rules I think for it.
Yeah.
But you can make another room for that.
Okay.
And she will fund that.
Sounds good.
Right. I've got several goals.
Excellent.
Goal number 1, get the purple tablecloths.
All right.
I have the die.
All right. Well, she's taking measurements. She's like, what size?
Approximately table size. I don't know.
Table
How big
size.
is that? 35 feet long tables.
All right. She'll get you those tablecloths
Awesome.
within the day, probably.
Goal number 2.
You can just count those tablecloths as yours now.
Alright. I want to repair my dagger. The cursed one that tells
Excellent.
me to be reasonable.
Oh yes, you can absolutely repair that. That'll get repaired. That can count as part of the boon as well.
Alright.
It's not a big deal.
Nice. Goal number 3, recruit people to my church.
All right, well, that's gonna have to be you trying to. So let's go to downtime. And
Yes.
for this one, religious
Downtime.
service.
Just imagining just on your arm up the pulpit giving a service.
Now, religious service.
All about
The results of
dagger
religious
and the
service
rats.
will be
I am attending
in
this service.
followers gained.
I am there.
Please, be reasonable.
Yes,
The Church
okay.
of Reasonability.
All right, I want you to make a religion check.
No, it is the order. That's the cult.
I want you to make
I
a.
thought the church was built
Yeah.
around the
Well, actually, religion.
In the day.
Okay,
for
make
the
a
church at
make a
night.
roll. Do your best. Make a roll, and then add your religion bonus to it.
My religion.
Yes, because
Alright.
you're going to be telling people about it.
That's nice. So that would be a 12.
All right, 12. No, that's good. You manage to convert, or at least you get people interested in it, and the amount of people that you get interested in it are. There's about. You managed to get about 12 people to listen to you and, like, see this going on. One person is very much a fan. You can add a follower.
Nice.
So you can pick a follower from your from the Strongholds and Followers book and add one of those from your list that you chose.
Yeah.
You have one of those people who is willing to join this crazy cult.
Alright.
Yeah,
One of
pretty
those.
good.
One of those interested is me. You told me about it, and I didn't like change my face at all because I'm wearing a mask, and I probably can't control the face underneath the mask. But like, I just show up at the first service. I'm just sitting at the back, like, but, you know, like still unpleasant to be around, but there.
Alright.
Yep. Sorry. Excuse me.
Right, so from the list, it's D100 of things.
All right. Do you want to roll that?
Sure.
Okay. You roll one, and then we get to pick the best roll.
Alright.
You get to pick the one you want from two. 'Cause
75.
cool. So it's either 75 or 73.
So, okay, both of those are an elf ambassador.
You have won the favor of a highborn elf,
Nice.
and who's well spoken. So hey, what do you know? That's very valuable. They will be incredibly useful. as part of your faith. Now, is that your goals?
I had one more.
Oh, okay.
I want to perform a ritual I have a thing.
Oh, all right.
It's probably not super related right now, but it might come up later. I have this thing called the Finder Stone, and I can perform a ritual with it to try to help me find things. It's part of Sinyarin's personal goals to find certain things from world to world. So, I wish to perform the ritual to find the location of one of the items that I need.
Excellent. Are there any rules for that I should be aware of? Because I probably forgot them.
Well, I mean, the ritual stone on its own helps people find things but makes the person more lost, but like, I'm just gonna theoretically use a cleric ritual thing.
Well, if it's a cleric ritual,
using the temple to...
Yeah. Then, all right. I'll give you a hint based on how well you roll with a religion check plus your proficiency again. In fact, since you're in your temple, you can get advantage. Just roll religion and get advantage on it.
All right.
And then we'll see just how close you can get to knowing where this item you'd like is.
All right. I mean, my religion is pretty much just magic.
Yep.
Could I use Arcana instead?
You could.
All right. Okay, that'll be a 12 again.
Advantage. Roll again.
16 this time.
Not bad. So 16. You one of the things you are looking for will be to the west. Not necessarily in the swamp or the mountains, but rather in the badlands between. All sorts of rocks and gross swamps mixing together in that perfectly terrible place to explore. Yeah, you get the sense that about, it's not too close, but it is within like a day's travel with a vehicle. Not like a slow one, but not a fast one either. You could probably make it in a day if you tried.
Then I guess I'll spend the rest of my downtime prepping those who have kind of like listened to me about my plans for obtaining the item.
All right.
Sort of briefing them.
Yes.
That'll be mine.
All right. Those are your goals?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything else they want to finish up?
Oh yes, Hardy's got a few. First, he's gonna go see how his little jellyfish buddy is doing.
Oh, excellent. You go into the bioweapons, and yes, the little jellyfish buddy is able to be out of the tank.
Jellyfish buddy, you missed you so much.
Okay, well, let's see. All right, let's see. Roll for, I don't know, animal handling.
It's a 17 base.
Excellent. So your jellyfish buddy is very happy to see you.
Hug.
All right.
Buddy.
Yes, jellyfish buddy's hugged.
I miss you so much. I'm never gonna thank you for that, even though it's absolutely terrible.
Well, yeah, it's alive, and it's like, there's still like the faintest little like
Scar.
Yeah, it was pretty hurt.
It was sliced in half.
Yeah.
It was pretty hurt.
Yeah. But hey, it's alive. Isn't that great?
It was only a flesh wound.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to do as well?
I need to find out. I was going to ask him what his name was because I never got a name for the guy.
The jellyfish?
Yes.
He doesn't have a name.
Does he not call himself something?
Probably not.
Oh. Well, what do you want to be called?
He does not know.
He has no preference.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Call
like...
him Jeff.
I'm not going to carry that name on to my jellyfish.
Squoosher.
Oh no, I remembered what I was going to call him. I was going to name him Squishy, because then he will be mine and he is my Squishy.
Yeah, a classic reference. All right.
He is a jellyfish.
He is a jellyfish.
Yes.
That's fair.
Well,
It's now squishy. Come here, squishy.
All right. Yeah, you can use the stats for a flump for your jellyfish.
Flump?
Yes.
What is a flump?
It is a small aberration that is lawful good. It's a little different in real life than it is in the manual. This one is able to do more damage than a normal flump. But yes. It's a little jellyfish friend.
Okay.
Yep.
Flumps are fun.
Now
Yeah.
he is squishy. He is my squishy.
Yes.
Come here, squishy.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have like a montage, like where you get the two people that are like in the field and they're like holding hands and spinning around.
Da, da, da,
We like do that in the middle of the bioweapons room.
Well, yeah, that doesn't last very long. You are picked up and removed by the bioweapons specialist lady. They don't say anything, they just deposit you outside and close the door.
We will continue the montage outside the door.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go find.
Space buddy! We were gonna make a gun arm. We were gonna do things with my armor. Where are you?
She was at my service, right?
Hiding.
So,
You're gonna have to roll investigation to find a Worf, and let's just be fair, this is gonna be hard because Worf is hiding in a
With a
location you don't
giant-
go to.
With a giant tooth mask. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you roll?
That's a 13.
Yeah, that's not good enough. It was close, but not good enough.
Hi.
You do not find a Worf this time.
But I have a gun arm. I need to create for him.
What was the deal, though?
You were gonna help me with that armor, the interesting armor.
Okay, well,
Pulled.
not yet. This particular search goes unsuccessful.
Not today.
As he attempts to find him, though, I want to try to use that Nat 20 magical statue key on his tower to see if it will unlock it.
It
right.
won't.
It won't.
Nope.
Dang it. I was hoping.
That key, you get the feeling that this key only works on the ruins it came from. So if you'd like, you could write down, the bog cathedral, because it's in a bog and it's a lunar cathedral.
Okay.
That will open any door in that building in case you ever go back. That is fantastic. It's also specific, but that's what Nat 20s are, so there you go.
There you go. Well, it was worth a shot. Okay, he will probably spend the rest of his time attempting to find his space buddy.
Alright, well, good luck.
I know.
Alright, has everybody gone and finished off their little exchanges?
I was thinking about making a spell, but I might need to research how to do it a little bit longer. Other people should probably take their turns while I'm figuring that out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So everybody will have a week of downtime as well. So Artie is going to be searching randomly. What will Artie get from this? Artie, roll an investigation check on D20 again. This time I just want to see if things go wrong.
Great. Well, that's a 17.
Yeah.
And if I decide that during the rest I wanted to put one of my to that would make it instead a 20.
Yeah. Alright. So 20, huh? Total?
Yes.
Interesting, okay. I'm going to consider this you carousing. Because that's kind of what you're doing. So,
Carousing table.
yeah, let's see. No, things go pretty well. A little too well, really. But in the end, you manage to make a contact with somebody else as you are hunting around. And, yes, that's pretty good. Better than I thought you would get. Yeah, so you've made an allied contact, so later, just write down you have a contact, and you can call in somebody to provide expertise on something, you know, so you can ask them for details. They're a part of a sort of a network. You have an informant. So yeah.
Interesting.
So you'll be able to try and ask for them for hints if you need to.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Any week-long activities you want to do? You want to make something? You want to like?
So what I want to do with this new group that I've founded,
Yeah.
I have these knife hands that I collected,
Yes, you do.
and what I would like to do is see if I can reverse engineer them into some sort of handheld weapon for me and my crew.
Ooh, that could be
Weapons.
interesting. Crafting.
Yes.
Let's consider this crafting. So, when crafting items, right, you have the resources to do it. You know,
I have my laboratory. I have tools. I have.
it'll cost about 50 gold pieces per claw,
Okay.
and so per hand.
Okay. So I have. So 300 total.
Yeah, to modify just all the details and weird stuff you'll need.
Okay.
And let's see, do you have proficiency with smith's tools?
No, just Tinker's tools.
Okay, then you'll have to find somebody, and they do
Oh,
exist.
I do actually. Yes.
Oh, really? Shoot,
I
so
know
you
s-
don't have to pay somebody
I know
else.
Smith's notation,
Oh, that'll...
and I have proficiency with Smith's tools and Tinker's tools.
Yeah, so no, you have smith's tools.
That was actually one of the things I took.
Now let's see.
I don't think I actually have the tools, but I might have to. So I might have to buy them or something. But
Yeah.
or maybe that's part of the funding she gets from my laboratory. I don't know.
These are common, technically, the rarity of the claws, so they
Okay.
only take a week to finish.
Okay.
And let's roll for complication. Let's see if they goes well. Just give me a d20.
Do I add a thing to it?
Nope. Just 1 or 20.
12.
Okay, everything goes pretty well. Nothing crazy happens, but you've modified these claws into sort of like creepy claw hands for your army.
Since we're going to be doing a lot of like close quarters, sneaky stuff.
Yeah, so they
I
can
think
add
that's
a, they can add a they can do an extra. So yeah, their unarmed attack with that hand will do 1d4, and they'll add their strength and dex to it.
Okay.
Since it's a finesse weapon.
Okay. So the benefit is you get your strength or dex added to your unarmed strength, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 24 plus that.
Okay. Cool.
Is that your week?
Mhm.
Excellent. Anybody else have a week thing to do? All right. Seems like everybody's got their business sorted.
May I do spell research for a week? It won't be enough to finish the research.
Yes, just give me a... Well, here, I'll just roll a d20. Okay, no complications, you're safe.
Okay.
There's a 10% chance whenever you do a downtime thing that it can have complications and you might make friends or enemies or who knows what.
Okay.
So there's literally a complications table for everything. If you get that 10%, then something happens, and ooh,
All right.
you might end up with like rivals or enemies, and random NPCs that hate you, or friends for no good reason.
Can I have the stats of the Masterwork Light Shield and Steel Shield?
You would like them?
Yes.
Okay. I will have to look that up because I had it down. All right. But for creating your spell, yes, you can do that. What were you gonna create? What spell?
I wanted something like, I think his name is Ivar's Hideous Laughter. But
Ooh.
since the only spell that I can think of that would alter them would be maybe Unsettling Aura, maybe it could be Uncontrollable Screaming. It'll take a long time to make, and on the table to affect an enemy, I rolled a 4. Target blurts out a closely held secret. So maybe it's just them blurting things uncontrollably. I don't think that would incapacitate them. So it's not what I want. Maybe I need
Just tell
to.
all of the secrets. It's just a truth spell.
Does
no,
he like?
it's compelled truths that don't actually have to be that useful, but they are dark secrets that they've kept.
It's just
Often
truth serum.
awkward. So yeah, it's probably very creepy actually.
Okay, not as debilitating as hideous laughter or uncontrollable screaming, but maybe I can refine it later. But
Maybe you can, but for right now, you could cast that. Using
in
your
a month and
mystic ways to do it, yeah.
in a month and a week, I'll have that available.
Excellent. So that'll be
So maybe
by
when we
next
come
time
back.
we run this.
Okay.
All right. So we've all got it set up. We're all like, yes, we've got a spot where we can prepare, take care of business, and not have to worry about it for a month or two.
Yes.